Fellow Americans, this is you-know-who. And believe me, if you have children in the room, get them out, okay? Get them out, because things can get pretty fucking ugly real fast here, okay? Thank you, Donald. Thank you so much, Donald. You're a real pal. Holy cow, everybody. Hey, I'm Michael Clive, actor, comedian, producer, and world's most unique impressionist, that I can tell you, okay? And the best Trump on the planet, that I can tell you. Unlike 1% Joe. Joe Biden. He was nailing him today. That's funny. On this show, we read Trump's tweets in Trump's voice, and followed by some news and commentary and entertainment news and everything else we can find to make fun of. Okay? How's that sound? It's not red versus blue. It's right versus wrong. This is common sense that we deal with here. So here we go. Where's Trump's tweets? Where's my fucking tweets at? Where's my tweets? Here's my tweets. Okay. All right, come on. All right, let's go. Come on, hurry up. Let's go. All right, here we go. My helper, my assistant is a Democrat. That's the big problem here. Okay, what do we got? Where's my tweets? Where's the tweets? Where's the, there we go. Thank you. It's okay. All right, what do we got here? So we have, I'm not going to read them all. I got so much to get to. Believe me, that I can tell you. I got so much to do. Man, he has been on fire. I've been on fire, folks, right? I've been doing appearances and rallies everywhere. I've been so busy, folks, so busy. These small hands have done a lot of work lately, a lot of work. Okay, so let's see what we want here. Okay, yes, okay. Here we go. You ready, folks? Let's see. Let's read this one. College-educated women want safety, security, and health care protections, very much along with financial and economic health for themselves and our country. I supply all of this far better than any fucking Democrat. That I can tell you. Well, he didn't say that. I added that, folks. For decades, actually. Decades, okay? That I can tell you. Decades. That's why they will be voting for me, okay? Not because of any reason they'll tell you that I'm a pompous ass or whatever they want to tell you. That's... We all want a president that gets results. I really don't give a shit what they did, right? I mean, isn't that the case? Let's see. Okay, well, beyond... I don't mean anything. I'm a mass murderer, but I get the job. I don't mean like that. Okay. So, what's this? Florida, kind of Neil Dunn. Yeah, she's done a great job. Thank you, Neil. We're not reading the tweet. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, we read about that. Okay, here we go. Ever since his vicious and totally false statements about Admiral Ron Jackson, the highly respected White House doctor for Obama, Bush, and me. Okay, remember Obama was in there too. Stupid fucking Obama. He was in there too. Imagine treating Obama. So how am I doing, Doc? You're doing pretty good, I'd say. I know, because I'm an egotistical son of a bitch, you know. Senator John Tester. That's the guy in Montana, right? It's Tester. Looks to be in big trouble in the great state of Montana. He behaved worse than his Democrat mob with Justice K, okay? Worse, folks, worse. If you want more of that, vote Democrat. Hey, there's a slogan. There's a new slogan. If you want more of that, vote Democrat. I like it. I'm going to write that down. I'll forget it, but that's why we record the shows. Yeah, I used to live in Montana. Briefly, I graduated there in 1985, and actually we lived in Wyoming. It was right on the border. We lived in Yellowstone Park. Believe me, I'm not kidding. My father worked for the Park Service. No, he wasn't a ranger. Everybody always thought, oh, was he a ranger? No, my dad was a historical architect, so he worked on a lot of the historical buildings, and for the Park Service as well. He ended up working for the Department of the Interior in that since. So he did some amazing stuff. My dad was responsible for a lot of the work on the Abraham Lincoln home in Springfield, Illinois, the total restoration. But Montana, I mean, like Trump was saying the other night, he was like going, how did this guy, Tester, Democrat, he says, I know Montanans, I know you people. How the hell did this guy get elected? And he's right. And I'll tell you how. The Republicans didn't show up at the polls. They just kind of went, too busy out there hunting. You got to curb the hunting but it's true. You get complacent and because in Montana, that definitely does not fit the Democrat agenda, man. I mean, that's a state where of course, my dad lived there and he was always Democrat. I don't know what the hell his deal was. It was great. The older he got, and then he didn't vote anymore. I was like, see your guy? See what he did with us? See his shit he's gotten us into? I guess I didn't see that. No, you didn't. I tried to tell you, but you didn't listen. But it doesn't make sense. So, and that's, I think, a lot of times what happens. People get complacent. I'm guilty of it. It's like, you come home from whatever you were doing other than voting, and you look at the polls, and you go, oh, look at the numbers. Okay, well, I can see that my one vote wouldn't have mattered, so I'm good. No, can't do that. You got to get out and vote. We got to get out and vote. But it's going to be very different this time. There's no way Tester's going to get back in there, but I digress. Let's go on. What do we got here? I am watching the Democrat Party led, because they want open borders and existing weak laws, assault on our country by Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador, whose leaders are doing very little to stop this large flow of people, including many criminals entering from Mexico to the U.S., and I'm going to talk more about that later. Oh, I got some good stuff. This is just blowing my mind. It should blow everybody's mind, right? This is just stupid. Okay. In addition to stopping all payments to these countries, which seem to have almost no control over their population, after they've existed for how many thousands of years, they still don't have their shit going. I must, in the strongest of terms, ask Mexico to stop this onslaught. And if able to do so, I will call up the U.S. military and close our southern border. Right? Okay? We have no choice. We have no choice. I love it when he does it. We have no choice, right? We have no choice. The assault on our country and our southern border, including the criminal elements and drugs pouring in, is far more important to me as president than trade or USMCA. Hopefully, Mexico will stop this onslaught at their northern border. All Democrats fault for weak laws. Weak laws, folks. Weak laws. Wait till you hear what I have on this. It's big. It's huge. It's huge. Though not as huge as the Space Force. We can't compete. There we are. This is crime and vets. Yeah, more people. Okay, we're not right now. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo returned last night from Saudi Arabia and Turkey. I met with him this morning, wherein the Saudi situation was discussed in great detail, including his minister with the Crown Prince. The Crown Prince, folks. I've seen that crown. It's not very impressive. The little black ring, I guess. Is that what that is? That's not the crown. Well, I don't know. I was just with a towel. I don't know what that is. What is that? Is it Bounty? What do they use, you think, for the... He is waiting for the results of the investigation being done by the Saudis and Turkey. And just a great news conference to that effect. So, yeah, apparently, real quick here, apparently what they're saying now is, because that was a couple days ago, what they're saying now is, here's what happened, folks. They're saying that he got in a fist fight with somebody. With it must have been some people I didn't follow I had so much going on today. He got in a fist fight apparently with some rowdies in the government, okay, within the government. And so these guys ganged up on him. Somebody came up on him, put him in a chokehold. So they got him in this chokehold, and then he dies. Well, he doesn't exactly look the picture of health, does he? Getting a chokehold like that with a neck like that, you're done. You're done. So yeah, probably, you know, they maybe he already had some blood clots started because of his diet. I don't know, but so he died, right? So they're like, oh, and he's dying. He's like, okay, they're probably going, oh, stop. He's like, okay. Oh shit, he's dead, man. Nah, they're fucking shitting. What do we do? Let's cut him up. I guess. Now they're trying to see, you know, well, gee, did this really happen? Well, yeah, well, let's find out. Let's do an autopsy on the... Wait, where's the body? Where's the body? What'd you do with the body? They fucking cut him up. And I don't think they know where the body is yet. It's like, it's gone. It's somewhere. Yeah, okay. This is a country that's been around how many thousands of years? Okay, right. You guys are really intelligent people, huh? Really intelligent. Okay, you're supposed to advance, right? Not stay the same. Look forward to being there. Okay, thank you, Mexico. We look forward to working with you. It was good that Mike Pompeo went down there and he met with the leader of Mexico. It was a great meeting. I don't think we ever did that before, did we? Never did that before. We never went down there and said, hey, come on, let's talk. Could you help us out? Because if you don't, we're going to kick your fucking ass. We didn't. I don't think we did. But it's a good, I mean, you have to. I mean, this is, you know, we spend how much money, we pay how much money to these countries every year. I mean, there's a bunch of countries around the world we just pay money to, you know. Oh, these stupid left people, you know, talking about socialism in some of these really teeny tiny countries. And they have socialism there. Yeah, right. It's like the size of 7-Eleven. They can afford it. Plus, we're paying for their military. We're giving them money. Yeah. My house here, I could probably, you know what? I could probably take in a whole bunch of people if the military or the government was giving me a shitload of fucking money. Easy. Do you get it? You getting it? Okay. It's all about money. So it's good. Mexico got involved, and more on that in a minute. It's crazy. Prime Minister Abe Shinzo of Japan. And I like him, okay? Not like that stupid bitch. What's her name? Hirono. Hirono. I am Hirono. They must be believed. These women must be believed. What about due process? No. These are women, so you must believe them. I had a relationship once that I would argue... You lied to me all that time? Has been working with me to help balance out the one-sided trade with Japan. See, look at that. Somebody who wants to work. Fair is fair. These are some of the investments they are making in our country. Just the beginning. This is just the beginning, folks. See, Kubota tractor. 4,000 jobs plus 50% more the next 10 years. In Kansas. We love Kansas. We love Kansas. Although I'll tell you, folks, that crazy Tornado Alley, I don't know why you would want to be there, but must be good stuff. Honda. What else we got? Look at this. Toyota and Mazda. Nissan. Daikin air conditioning. Panasonic automotive battery. 3,000 new jobs. And what were you doing, Obama? How about all this?
I was stroking myself off, and everybody else was too, and playing golf, and whispering to the Russians. Medvedev. What was his name? Tell Vlad I'll have more flexibility after the election. I transmit this to Vladimir.
Remember that? Oh my God! What an asshole. Meanwhile, what's happening with our country? Oh, nothing. Status quo, everything's staying the same. But damn, isn't Obama such a cool guy? I'd love to hang out with him. Remember why you vote for someone. It's not to have a pal. You don't need a pal. Just like they say, you know, all psychiatrists will tell you, you know, your parents, they're not there to be your best friend. Okay? They're there to kick your ass, make sure you get shit done and succeed in life. All right. Okay, this is about his thing in there and there. How much more do we have? Oh, Mark, how many more of these do I have to read? I don't want to read anymore. Stupid tweets. Let's read one as Homer. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo was never given or shown a transcript or video of the Saudi consulate event. Fake news! Fake news! Them jerks. Fake news. There's a lot of that going around. It's amazing, isn't it? How a news company like CNN and MSNBC, how they can even exist with the amount of corruption and lies, and it drives you crazy when you know it. When you know it, when you don't know it, you're sitting there going, "Oh my god, oh, it's terrible." But when you know, like, the other side and the facts, you look at them and you go, "You people are dumb as a box of rocks, man." Jeez. But they're not really. They're doing it. It's intentional. Part of it's intentional. All right, okay. Beto O'Rourke is a total lightweight compared to Ted Cruz, and he comes nowhere near representing the values and desires of the people of the great state of Texas. He will never be allowed to turn Texas into Venezuela. That I can tell you. That I can tell you, folks. Not going to happen. Who was he talking to? O'Rourke. He was talking to somebody. Oh, it's O'Rourke, is it? He was talking to someone in this big conference thing, and he's like, he's talking about impeaching Trump. I think that, you know, he's got like this really dull delivery, you know. It's just, he's so non-exciting. I think that, yeah, I mean, there's substances there, and we should, you know, I think it would, yeah, you're a loser. Shut up, asshole. You're going to get slapped. My jobs, not mobs. I'm going to start using it on my Twitter thingies. Jobs, not mobs. There we go. We don't need to hear it. Oh, look, T-shirts now. We like this guy. He's got a T-shirt. And that's not a beer, folks. Okay, it's not a beer. This is what it's all about for the Republican Party. Look at the line, folks. Look at the line. See, if this were Democrats, they wouldn't have a line. They'd just be all spread out everywhere. And they'd be looking for trouble. More appearances. What else we got? Here we go. If the Democrats would stop being obstructionists and come together, we could write up and agree to new immigration laws in less than 1 hour. 1 hour, folks. Think about that. 1 hour. Look at the needless pain and suffering that they are causing. Yes, they are causing it. No one else. It's really cruel. They're exploiting the people of Honduras, and they set this up. Believe me. And I'm going to tell you about it. Look at the horrors taking place on the border. Chuck and Nancy. Call me. He should have. Call me, Chuck and Nancy. Call me, okay? Give me a ring. Give me a ring. I know I call you lying Chuck and stupid fucking Nancy, but that doesn't matter. Just call me. Call me. Georgia's Secretary of State, Brian Kemp, will be a great governor. He has been successful at whatever he's done and has prepared for this very difficult and complex job for many years. He has my strong endorsement. His opponent is totally unqualified. Would destroy a great state. A lot of that going around, folks. Jeez. Oh. And thanks to me, folks, you see, I've made people aware of these things where they were never aware before, right? They were too busy watching episodes of whatever. But what do people like? What do you people like watching? Yeah, you people, what do you like to watch? Because I don't. I watch documentaries and news and you know, old 70s programs and stuff. I'll get into I like getting to these little periods where I'll just want to, all of a sudden I'll just want to watch. I want to see that show. And then I'll be done with it. I was like, okay, I'm done with that. And then it'll be on to something else, you know? Okay, so, all right. Yeah, get out early and vote for Brian Kemp, great governor for the state of Georgia. Who was the guy that they were all pissed off because he, was it the Georgia guy? No, wait, where is he? No, it was, yeah, I see he's not mentioning him here. I want to say his name. Gan something. Where is it? I have it in my notes. Where is it? Where is it? It's, I don't remember. Where the hell is it? So anyway, the guy that liked he freaking dumped a reporter. He threw him on his ass. And they're like, oh, see how violent? Oh, Trump is for violence. Okay, right. Yeah, one incident. That was one guy. That's not a mob. It's not a mob. At the doors of the Supreme Court, going, I gotta get in. I gotta get in. You fucking crazy people. Fucking crazy people. It's one guy. And besides that, you know, the tactics that the reporters, sometimes these lefty reporters use are just sneaky and assholish. And he took, the guy who did this, he took his licks. He pleaded guilty. He got the minor misdemeanor charge, but he still got to put that guy on his ass. It's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice. He got it. I mean, you know, you guys, you push hard enough, eventually you're going to get a result. Duh. You can't just be an asshole to somebody day in and day out and expect them just to keep taking it. It doesn't matter if it's verbal or whatever. Eventually, they're going to lose it and they're going to go, And they're going to go, well, what have you been doing to him? Nothing. Yeah, right. I don't think so. All right. DeSantis, he's going to win. No problem. Like I said, what we're doing, we're going to the polls and we're just going red all the way down. If you could use a pen, it would just be like all the way down. Red, red. That's it. All right. Rick Scott is easily one of the best governors in the USA. Florida is setting records in almost every category of success. Amazing achievement. The envy of the world. Ron DeSantis will build on this success. His incompetent opponent will destroy Florida. Who's the opponent? What's that guy's name? The black guy. He's a mess. You know, I mean, he looks neat and everything. He's attractive and all this stuff. It's probably why the old ladies like him. Oh, my God. Look at his muscles. Oh, look. I'd love to have some of that BBC. Ethel, mother. Leaving Arizona, whatever. Okay, we're done. Are we done? We're done with that. Okay, thank you, folks. Thank you. We're done. Let's go back. Hi, thank you for joining us. All right. Man, I mean, I've got some videos. You wouldn't believe what I have. So there's been so much going on. Let's see. We have this. This is classy. I like this one. So, you know, this immigration shit that's going on. So you got these people coming from Honduras. And I got some really interesting points to make about this stuff. First of all, you know, I mean, isn't it amazing? Okay, these people, what they say, of course, on camera, they're going, well, we have no jobs where I come from. We have nothing. There's nothing going on. You know, our economy is still poor. How old is this country? How old are these people? How long has this been going on? What, hundreds of years? Thousands of years? They still don't have their fucking shit together? I mean, how much are we supposed to put up with this shit? Get your fucking shit together. What the why is it that's like your neighbor? They're a bunch of fucking idiots and they can't get their shit together, and so they've run their fucking credit and everything else into the ground, and they want to come into your house. Hey man, you got to help us out. Oh, fuck you. We're not helping you out. And then they blame it on the government. Okay. Well, you know what a revolution is? You know, start one. Start one. Quit running around what my buddy used to call poor mouthing. Quit running around poor mouthing there. Oh, we don't have. Well, get it. Go get it. Huh? Yeah. Tough love. That's tough love, folks. Tough love. Well, you know, in a sense it is. You can't just freaking give everybody what they want. I mean, we do enough of that. The United States, America really does a lot of that, a ton of it. But you got to draw a line. You can't just keep going, okay, here's some more. You can't, okay? Can't do it. So what do we got here? Wow, look at this, folks. So we have this. This was yesterday, early yesterday, when they came to one of the first checkpoints in Mexico. And you see this crowd here of nice-looking, respected people, of course, you know. Who knows who's in the crowd? Could be good people. Could be some rapists and murderers. Yeah. Could be, you know, who knows who's in here, right? Of course, I'm sure there's a lot of good people who have been taken advantage of by the Democrats. And, you know, like I said the other day, I had this bit where I did Elizabeth Warren calling down there. Listen, we need your help. I am so sorry. Just send them up, and we'll take care of them, and we're gonna. This is gonna look really good right before the election. Dastardly. So here they come. Oh, and they're waiting patiently. Oh no, they're not waiting. Oh, they've broken through. Oh, and look, folks, there goes a mob. Look at the mob. Look at the mob. Oh, look, it's just a flow of people. So, at Mexico, they were not equipped with anything. I think they had, what'd they have? Flashlights? No. I think they didn't have guns. They didn't have anything. Of course, you know, you don't want to sit. Oh, yeah, no. No, we can't have that. Can you imagine? Oh, my God. Here they go. Yeah, these are real good people. FYI. If somebody breaks down the door to a store that's closed for the night and they break the door to break in, they're a criminal. If you follow them, behind them, right in, you're a criminal. Okay? Just making sure everybody understands what's going on here. Fucking joke. Oh, look, we found another way around. Hey, we busted this place over here, man. Let's go join them. Now, this is rich. The flag of, what is this? Is this Honduras or Guatemala? Doesn't matter. The flag of the place you're coming from that's treating you like shit. Hey! Be like, hey, vive la France! Vive la France! We suck. Sorry, I don't get it. It'd be like running away from your family, you know, and with a picture of everybody on the front of your shirt. I'm real proud of my family. No, you're not. This stuff is this is amazing. So this is amazing. So here they go. Now, later on, they came to another place, another fence that wasn't as small, okay, and wasn't as meek, and they started getting a little tougher, and so then you started seeing this. Of course, I think we all feel sorry for these people, but again, we're not. This is not our job. Is to take in everybody who just wants to come to America. People will call me cruel for saying that. Right? Oh, it's mean. Well, it's not me. You know, how many people have you taken into your home? It's different. Yeah, it's different because the country's bigger and it takes in hundreds of thousands and millions. That's the only difference. You'd take in a few, and you still couldn't afford them. You gotta think about this. You know, why the hell do you think America is where it is right now? It's because we didn't allow this. Okay. And you know, I love it when people say shit like this. They go, oh, hey, okay, be quiet. they say this stuff about, from like, 100 years ago or so. They're like, well, when the when the Irish came over on the boat, it's like, hey, excuse me, times were a little different then. The country was essentially empty. I mean, how stupid a comment is this? Oh, when the Irish, when the native Indians were here, they were. It's a little different. It's a little different. And it's just stupid. And then, or they'll say, America is a melting pot. But you know what a melting pot is, right? A melting pot is where a whole bunch of things, different things are put into a pot, right? And then they're put into the pot and they all get together and everything works out. It's not working out. Don't take the shit out of the pot. That's what I got to. It's not working. It's not working. It doesn't work. It's not that simple. It is not a melting pot. If it were, all we'd have to do is turn the heat up a little and. It's so stupid. I hate that comment. But I'll tell you what. This is it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Because I got to go to my notes. I mean, there's just so much that was going on here. So we've got this. By the way, and there's another story. I think Laura Ingraham did a thing on it. This Texas murder that happened in this guy named this kid, Jared Vargas, and he was killed by an illegal 20-year-old dipshit who was a former co-worker of the kid. And apparently, I don't know. A lot of this. None of the news organizations were really printing the whole thing. There was just pieces. I don't know. They lived in the same apartment complex, and I'm not sure if they lived together or near each other or what. I think it was just the same apartment complex. But he knew him and decided to fucking murder him and burn his body. And then he was burning the body was burning, and they said this guy who murdered him, this 20-year-old, his name is Ernesto Garcia. So this dickwad is standing up there at the apartments, watching the fire with other people who live there, conversing about, I wonder what that's all about, man. I don't know, man. Anyway, they busted him. They caught him. He got caught in some lies, and they busted him. And I think we need to bring back some other forms of punishment that we used to do, like, hundreds of years ago. I think we need to bring them back, What do they got? Thumb screws. We got dick smashing. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot. And I think they were probably pretty effective because you didn't want that. I mean, if in this society, this is so stupid. There's a lot of people who live by this. Right? It's like, hey, well, don't do that. Oh, man, I'll just do a little time. Who gives a fuck? Right? Now, if it was like, hey, man, don't do that because they'll cut your fucking hand off. Huh? They do? Yeah, it's like, that's a little different. Or my favorite, this is my favorite, and they don't do this. I don't know why they don't do this. This is one of my favorites, especially for somebody who murdered somebody or a group of people, just like, some of these school shooters, whatever. You just take them and you put them in complete solitary confinement. Complete solitary confinement, right? Pitch black. No books. Nothing. I mean, this is a punishment, right? No books. Because otherwise they're going to get life. And you get, for food, you get water and protein shakes and a toilet. That'll be some healthy shits. So that's it. That's all you get. So, okay. Yeah, I'd like to hear about some other people's ideas of torture. Let me hear them. Let me see them. So this stuff going on in Mexico, from Honduras. We got these people coming up because the Democrats have organized. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Okay, it's pretty obvious. They've organized. I mean, they already arrested one guy, pulled him out of the care, who was an inside guy. Okay, he was an inside guy. They found out. And George Soros, that weird-looking old guy who looks like he's past his expiration date. I have no idea why he's still alive. I don't get it. I mean, this guy, they talk about our people as Satan. Who is Satan? This guy is Satan. And so he funds these people. First of all, they're looking for socialism. Soros didn't make his money from socialism. He would be nowhere if socialism was in fact in place when he was wanting to make his money. This is what people forget. All these people who are talking about socialism, our country wouldn't be what our country is if we had socialism always. They're missing this whole thing. Socialism happens in little teeny tiny countries like 7-Eleven, something like this, you know? That doesn't happen here. And besides, our country wasn't set up like that, and we have no interest in becoming that. And they can't seem to get that through their heads. So, you know, you got to look at what they're doing, their tactics. They got all these, these beatings. You got Antifa. Oh, I got some good Antifa videos. They've got these, you know, but what they're doing is like, you know, if you heard today about the elections in Afghanistan, there's people who are running, candidates, they're getting murdered. They're just knocking them off, right? They're knocking them off. Again, how old is that civilization in Afghanistan? How old are these stupid motherfuckers? They still haven't got their shit together. They have no civility still. You know, I mean, you really just want to say, fuck them. How old is our country? What? How was it? 1700, 16, right? Wow. I mean, when you think of it like that, it blows your mind. And we had our shit together. We had our laws. We had our civility, you know, all this stuff in place. And they're thousands of years old and they got nothing, right? They're still walking around in rags and freaking towels over their heads. And I know why they have to do that. It's for the heat. But they still, you know, make their women wrap up and all this is fucking crazy. So, you know, screw them. But it's amazing. It's really amazing. So when you think about it, it's like the Democrats and these people from the left, they want to take us back to what these third world countries have today. How much sense does that make to anybody? So, folks, tell them no in November, right? Vote red all the way. And the people on the left, you better fucking watch it. You know, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for, because you'd be in big ass trouble. You'll have something, you know, it reminds me of people who start a fire and they don't know how to put it out. I mean, it's funny, but it's scary. You know, like all these stupid celebrities and Pelosi and Maxine Waters. Oh, turn around, I'm telling they are not welcome. You're not fucking welcome. That I can tell you. So, you know, I mean, really, they're starting these fires. They don't know how to put them out because to them, it's all a game. This is how they're treating their fellow Americans. And Nancy Pelosi said yesterday something about, you know, like if they win, then we're going to make all of these social programs. And if there is some collateral damage, she said, that's how collateral damage. In other words, if we take over and we basically change the whole country and you're left out, basically she said, well, fuck them. Essentially, fuck them. What were her words? She said, so be it. Mm-hmm. All right. Like I said, let's bring back the old ways of torture. How about that, Nancy? I got a couple ideas for you. Some things they used to do to women who rip out her tongue. They did that, you know. There's one. There's another one. So, okay. That's disturbing. And it's interesting with the immigration thing. You know, you hear all these wealthy people and celebrities and politicians and people at Google and Facebook, and all of them, right? All of them. Let me ask you something. Would they let these people into their homes if they were outside their front door? No, they wouldn't. Absolutely not, they wouldn't. Think of the money these people have. Just think of the money that these people have. While saying all these things such as, we need to welcome them. You ever stop and think, who the fuck you talking about? Who's we? Who's we? See, first of all, these millionaires will not be affected by the uneducated, unskilled, low-income, low-life, shady characters, hoarders, whatever they are. Some of them good, but still you get the point. They don't care. because they spend a lot of their money to isolate themselves away from all this shit. They're not affected. So they're sitting up there in their ivory tower going, you people. But they don't say you people. They say we. We need to be more accepting. Meaning you, me, everybody else, not them. So, we will be affected. They won't. All of our citizens who actually make the products, farm the fields, all this stuff, milk the cows. I've always wanted to do that, by the way. But, who work and live in the neighborhoods, deal with, help, and assist our citizens in real life. These celebrities, they don't do that. They don't fucking do any of it. They do their show, and most people sit there and watch them and go, oh, they're so cool. Meanwhile, they're telling you how to live, and they don't live like it. They get in their fucking limousine and go home so they don't have to look at you. They do. Ellen, she's a big offender. And now she's doing commercials. She's voicing commercials for the cable company that I have called Spectrum. If you haven't heard them, listen to them. That's Ellen. You think she needs the money for that? You think they could have found somebody who can do what she can do or better? Stupid. This whole inclusive thing, see? But here's how they get you. They got the crack and you want it, so you put up with that shit. For example, I saw today that fucking bitch, what's her name? Sarah Silverman. She's a piece of work. What a dumb bitch. She comes out with these shows and she does these skits that are supposed to be funny, but they are so offensive. If it was anything that a Republican was doing or conservative, they'd be all in an uproar. Oh my God. But she does this stuff. It's not heady. It's not creative. It's like that stupid show Family Guy. Yeah, I know people. You don't like that? No, I don't like it. It's too easy, too simple. Come on. You guys make a lot of money. You should be more creative with your humor. You're fucking killing our country with it. As kids grow up, they don't even know what real humor is. I'm serious about that. I grew up with Johnny Carson and everybody respects him because of the way he was funny. He didn't just come out and go, oh, look at nice tits. That's what we get today. So, you got to remember that. So these people, Ellen, Sarah Silverman, they don't give a shit about you. They make the money. They tell you how to live. And you, if you're dumb enough, you listen to them. Oh, well, Ellen said, well, what does Ellen know? Well, that's a good question. What does she know? I don't think she fucking knows anything. She doesn't. She's too absorbed in whatever. None of these people. None of them. Okay? They don't deal with any of it. Neither does Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, Justin Bieber, Nancy Pelosi, Elizabeth Warren, Al Gore, Michael Moore, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Bill Maher, Rosie O'Donnell, Kathy Griffin. There's an entire population of them. They don't give a shit about you. And the funny thing is that they say the most vile things about you, and you're the person who lines their pockets. And people don't even get it's like what I was saying the other day when I went into that store I used to go into all the time. I don't go there anymore because I found too often I was going in there and handing them my money and taking and I wasn't getting a hello or a thank you. And I thought, fuck you. There's other stores that I'll walk in and they'll go, hi, how are you today? So fuck them. This is the reality, though. This is Hollywood. This is the reality. I know people want to hear this. Some people do. Some people don't want to hear it. They just shut up. I just want to watch my show. Watch your fucking show then. But, in my opinion, these people need to be taught a lesson because Hollywood wasn't like this at one point. They kept their mouth shut. You ask somebody, there are some class acts in Hollywood. Believe me, there are. You ask someone like Dolly Parton. Oh, don't ask her about politics. She won't. She says, no, we don't talk about that. Nuh-uh. She's old school. You just don't talk about it. And the only reason I talk about it is because I'm pissed off. I've seen enough of this over the years. I've watched it from when it wasn't in existence at all, growing into this shit where you tune into some stupid fucking show called The View with Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar, and they're on there fucking insulting half the population of the country. Well, fuck them. I don't watch this. Was it ever even funny? I don't know. Was it ever? Whoopi Goldberg. God, the way she dresses, she looks like she raided her grandmother's closet like half the time, right? So what are you fucking thinking? What are you, some kind of nut? I don't get it. I don't get it. These people, they think there's so much more than you and you and you and you. They're not. And you gotta start teaching these people a lesson, because they don't seem to get it. I mean, they don't speak for you. They don't speak for America. This is like the French Revolution thing, where they're like, ooh. What was the line? Was it let them eat cake or whatever it was? This, like, they didn't care. They didn't care. They let everybody, you guys need to let these people into our country. Why? Well, because it'll be good. It doesn't affect them. Doesn't affect them. They speak for the tactics and countries, other countries, the methods they're talking about that are so ignorant. I mean, these people, they'll start a fire with, like I said, they don't even know how to put it out. They don't even know what they're doing. They're just following some cause that someone else is following. And so they think it's trendy. So, I don't know. That's what I have to say about that. Now, that's enough. I'm done. But it's good. What else did I have? There was this show that I'm doing. And we've been doing it now, I guess, about, a couple months. And people are telling me, hey, you should advertise with Google and Facebook. And it's like, yeah, okay. Well, I've been thinking about it. I got some ads ready to go and whatnot. But I'm a little apprehensive. Can you figure out why? And I'll tell you. Because, the stories you hear all the time about so-and-so conservative, because I'm a conservative comedian, which doesn't go over well in some surfaces, which I wasn't really a conservative comedian until they started their fucking shit. So, I mean, because I just think in terms of common sense, and I'm going, what are you talking about? What? You're telling people to do what? I'm sorry, I need to get involved here. Because it's my business too, and you're really fucking it up, sorry to say. So we got this guy, he's a military vet. He had a Facebook page. He lost 3 limbs, right? He fought for America, lost 3 limbs. He had a Facebook page going. They were doing well. He had like 3 million followers. They raised $300,000, and Facebook decided to shut him off. Just shut him off. He has no idea why. They just shut him off. And they haven't contacted him. He had a meeting set up, and then they canceled the meeting. See what I mean? These people, they don't fucking care. How much money do they make? How much money does Facebook make? More than $300,000. I'm telling you, this is like the French Revolution. It's like Marie Antoinette, she's like living large, and she doesn't care about anybody else. This is going to come back and bite them in the ass, I'll tell you what. So I don't invest in ads right now, because I honestly, although I'm not one, I feel like a Jew in 1930s Germany, and that's pretty fucking sad. Because I feel like if I make myself get too much attention, I'm going to draw the attention of the frickin' Gestapo, so to speak. This has happened a lot, and this should really scare people. I mean, it really should scare you. This shouldn't be happening. This is America. This shouldn't be happening. And they were just up on Capitol Hill, and nothing fucking got done. You had Republicans trying to get to the bottom of the shit, and then you had Democrats, of course, countering everything, going, oh, don't worry about them. I appreciate you coming up here and getting bullied by these Republicans. It's like, hey, dude, fuck you. I want to see our government. We need to start getting up and, throwing chairs and stuff. No, probably not. But it's frustrating, though, because this stuff shouldn't be happening. And I think these people, I think they're begging. They're begging. I've on Twitter, Kurt Russell, he's a Republican, or he's a conservative. He supports Trump. He said several times, he's tweeted that his tweets have vanished. They've deleted them. He's lost like thousands of viewers all at one time. They're just gone. And a lot of stuff like that is going on. These people, all these organizations, Facebook, Google, all this shit, they are begging for government intervention. I mean, we try to leave them alone. We're like, oh, we trust you. Okay. But when you start fucking off and treating people poorly, and, you know, you make more money almost than the fucking government makes, right? I mean, almost. They're like a little country. I'm sorry. It's time to step in. Of course, then they'll probably take their product and move it overseas. No, we don't have to follow your regulation. Then America should start its own. We should start our. We need some more shit other than if we know it's run by some freaking leftist fucking nut job. Somebody needs to start something new. I can't believe nobody has done this yet. Maybe I'll do that, folks. I'm going to jump on GoFundMe and start a whole new platform of say whatever you want, and we won't censor you. Well, within reason, okay? You can't post murders on the place or anything like this. But you know, so that's that. That's why I haven't done it thus far. I'm waiting. So, you know, the show is, you know, the viewers and the popularity is just going to kind of trickle in. I'm not sold on spending a bunch of money, as I think, you know, there's people who have invested a lot of money in advertising with Facebook, Google, whatever, and all of a sudden, they shut your shit off. It's like, well, and you're helpless. There's nothing you can do. I've tried to contact Facebook at one point, and there's no phone number. There's no phone number. And the phone number you do get, I called it. I found it. I was like, oh, I found a phone number. I had to dig. Ooh. Yeah, I had to contact the lone gunman. Remember from X-Files? And I got a phone number. And I called it. And, you know, thank you for calling Facebook. Blah, 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 blah. If this is about this, if it's about this, press 1, press 2. So I'm pressing. Thank you. If this is your question, is about this, or advertising, press 1. Okay. So I press it. I get to the last press. And I'm going, all right, it's going to start ringing. It goes, thank you for pressing that. To answer your question, please email us at... That was the message. That was the fucking message. Oh, thanks a lot. So, you see, this is a whole freaking scam, man. It's a scam, bro. It's fucking scam. And I don't like it. I don't like it. The government has to get involved because this kind of behavior is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Don't you think? I mean, don't you think? A lot of people, you don't realize what's going on. But I see people all the time on Twitter. I mean, you'll see people with essentially nothing to say. And they've got like 300,000 followers. And you're going, how the fuck did you get those followers? You know, you look at your account and you got like, you know, 50 or 100 or whatever. Like, how the hell did you? Don't know. Just keep doing what you're doing. You know, that's all you can do. Just keep doing what you're doing. Like I'm doing the show. I'm just keep doing it. Keep doing it. And because I'm a big believer in that theory. If you've ever heard it, if you build it, they will come. Of course, it has to be quality. Can't just build some crappy thing. But I really believe that if you build something of quality that has some value to it, then people will trickle in. Anyway, let's get back to this caravan real quick. So I just want to make a quick point. So, you know, like I said, you know, if someone breaks in the door to a store and you go in after them, you know, you're as guilty too. You're a party. You're a party. Now, the caravan coming from Honduras aside, every day, some of you may know this, some of you may not, we have at least 300 family units that illegally cross the border. 300 per day. 75 of those persons are unaccompanied minors, children. So, okay, just so you know. So our economy is booming, so they want to come here and get their free shit. Now, of course, it's not free. It's not free because essentially, you know, we're paying for it. It's never free. And when people say free stuff, it's always funny because you will have, and I caught myself one time saying it, but you can't. It's not free. Somebody pays for it. It's not free. It might be, you might think it's free to you, but it isn't. And you should be so thankful and grateful that you're even getting it. And that's when people start abusing it. I've heard people speak. I mean, I've been in and around people when they're talking shit like, You know, hey, we just have another baby. Yeah, there'll be another check, baby. I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not kidding. I have heard it firsthand. These people, they turn into it's like a lifestyle. It's a whole way of life because they know they'll never be Joy Behar or Whoopi Goldberg or any of these people. They're just going to have a regular life, so they might as well do whatever they. I mean, that's a shame. That means they were raised without a good set of values, essentially. What am I preaching? I mean, you know, I just look around and I see these things. It disappoints me. So, but anyway, these unlawful people who came here, broke our laws to come in here. They're coming here to hang out, right? Essentially. Now, imagine this. Here's the scenario. Imagine this. Imagine your house, your apartment, whatever, your family, your living area, your whole thing. Okay. You're doing well. Mommy and daddy, they get a raise at work. Okay. Or mommy and mommy, or daddy and daddy. Okay. It's fine. They get a raise at work, and the household income is up. It's up. Oh, this is great. Kids, oh, we're gonna be able to do this and remodel the house. Oh, it's gonna be, you know, I can get you your new bike, little Jimmy. It's gonna be okay. Then several neighborhood families, well, they're not doing so well. Okay, they pissed away their shit and they got bad credit and they don't care, and you know, I don't know. Maybe another family, you know, they just can't ever seem to make things work. They're just something's wrong with them. I don't know. You never know, right? So they're not doing so well. They heard about your success in your home. So they crash through your front door, okay? Camp out in your home, and you have to cover their expenses and health care, and put the same law into your home as is applied to our country. So pretend that you can't put them out, or you'll be, you know, you'll have childish mobs outside your front door calling you heartless. And also imagine this, the police cannot come and remove them. Can't do that. Do you think your great income will cover all of that? It won't. So that's on a smaller scale. For those of you who think that free shit is free shit, it isn't. Someone pays for it. And that family that was doing well, that is a whole country of people who are working hard and doing well and trying to make something happen for their country. They're trying to rise above it all. And there's a guy in the caravan. I didn't find audio of it here, but I saw it on the news. They were interviewing him coming up from whatever the hell it is. Honduras. And he's saying, you know, oh, well, you know, I want to come up from our family. It's going to be good jobs and everything. America is great. Trump is nothing. He can't stop us. I said, what the fuck you, that little asshole. So, same thing, right? Same thing. These people, they want to come into your home because you're doing well. And, you know, somebody says, hey, don't go in that person's home. That's their home. And they say, what? Fuck that person. They're nothing. They won't stop us. We're coming into their home. Oh. Tucker Carlson. Oh. So they saw, okay, so, and why are they doing it? Because they saw that their bad behavior before was rewarded by the Democrats, who are in fact encouraging and exploiting these Hondurans to just create trouble and unrest in this election. This is a whole, if you don't think this is a plan, you got rocks in your head. Think of the timing and everything. But it's going to backfire. It's going to backfire on them. Because the true Americans that reside in this country who want America to remain what America is and has been. No, I'm not talking about slavery. In fact, that was Democrats who didn't want slavery abolished. Thank you very much. I'm talking about the greatness that America exhibits when it is great. Nothing to do with anything they want to talk about. Okay? Not just tell them to shut up when they bring those points up. There are a lot of those people who just haven't voted in the past, and they are energized now. They're going to vote. They're not going to have this. We're going to keep America, America, and that's it. I mean, let me put it to you like this. If I decided to go to another country that I plan on entering illegally and said that I would be basically I would be a textbook asshole and a criminal outright if I was going to do that, right? I'm going to get in there illegally. And personally, I'd feel stupid even thinking that. But he doesn't. This guy, he doesn't. Trump is nothing. We're going to get there. Is that respect? That's not respect for us, for me, for you, for anybody. So it's criminal behavior. He doesn't have any respect for anybody. Anyone else's property. Now they're crashing gates. It's criminal behavior. I mean, would you want someone in your house who says your head of household is nothing? No, you wouldn't. And certainly these assholes in Hollywood, these leftist people who claim that this is what you should be doing, they don't spend any money on them. They don't let them into their house. Hell, they have money even. They have millions of dollars. They could start up an apartment complex for all these people. Well, they're not going to do that, though, are they? Because they're too busy telling you what to do. So just start thinking about that, because this is so fucking backwards. I mean, not only that. Okay, so why? Here's the big part about this. This guy, right, who's saying Trump is nothing. We're coming up to your country. You can't stop us. Here's the thing. Why isn't this guy saying that about the leader of his country? Didn't think of that. Why don't all of these freeloaders? Why don't they take that energy, all this bravado that they're putting their family and their babies, they're carrying babies they're putting them through all this danger. Why don't they put all that energy and chutzpah into improving their own country? Oh. What is the answer? Are they not intelligent enough? I don't know. What is it? Why not start a revolution? Can't do that? Doesn't seem like it. They've got some character issues and no respect. So they just figure they'll just take other people's shit. Well, fuck you. You've been a country for how many thousands of years? You still don't have your shit together? I mean, you only give people so much time. I don't know. I really don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. So, but again, the solution for the caravan, I think, was a great idea that they did. The U.S. and Mexico come together and work together. I mean, that's what diplomacy is all about. It works great. But what we should do, I want to get with Mexico, and we're going to take over the Honduras government. We're going to take over all these countries, and we're going to make them great again. New slogan: we can make your country great again. Oh, but seriously, I'm telling you, and that's a big talking point. It's like, after how many decades, generations, centuries, what the fuck ever, is a country not allowed to have their fucking shit together? Huh? Give me a fucking break. I mean, we're still a poor, disorganized country. Gee, I wonder why that is. And nobody knows. Nobody has an answer for that. I don't know. They're fucking up. I don't know. How about this one? If you have that situation there, stop fucking breeding. Oh, didn't think of that one. Yeah, how about making things better by, saying, well, we probably shouldn't have any children because we can't fucking afford shit. See how common sense works? It's really pretty fucking simple. It really is, because shit doesn't make sense, and you don't let people off with a stupid excuse. Bing! So, I mean, should we be excited to have these people come here who, after hundreds of years, still don't, still have a shit country? I think that was what Trump's point was. Remember when he said, a lot of these, they're shithole countries? Remember? I think that's what he was trying to say. You're welcome, Donald. I'm going to finish that for you. I'm going to make it legitimate. That was his point. He was trying to say, after thousands of years, these civilizations still don't have their shit together. They still have a shit country, okay? So I'm glad I could finish for that. Makes sense, everybody, now? That makes perfect sense now. Everybody gets it. Beautiful. So that's it. You know, I mean, how old is is our country as old as Honduras, Guatemala? Is it as old as Africa? A lot of these countries down there. Is it these civilizations, these societies, they're just completely screwed. I mean, you see these commercials about parts in Africa where they got these starving babies. They're skinny as a rail. They got nothing to their name, but they keep fucking. I mean, I can kind of see why, because, if you got nothing, what the hell? You might as well have a little pleasure or something. It's kind of like people, homeless people, California and Colorado, they had a big influx of homeless because after they legalized marijuana. Because I can tell you, if you're going to be homeless and have nothing to your fucking name, I'd rather be stoned and high. I'm serious. I had my times in the past. I didn't have much money, but boy, that pot was important. I had to have that because I can still escape up here. Then you let bills go. I remember that. Let's see. Pay the gas bill or get that bag of weed. Well, I can do more with the weed than with the gas, so. And they turn the gas off. It's okay. It's okay. I will handle cold showers. At least I got my weed. Either that or you smoke the weed and you forget to pay the bills. Then then you felt really stupid. God damn it. All right. But I digress. But I don't know. I mean, really, what point do we say that to a country that, you've existed for thousands of years, how come you still don't have your shit together? Huh? How come? I mean, we should really ask that. Apparently, it seems like only white people and Asians are capable of effective revolutions and organizing a highly productive country. It really does seem like that, doesn't it? I mean, it really does. When you look around, it's like, wait. I mean, not all, but you just look around, you're going, you start doing the numbers. What's the problem? I mean, Mexico, they're doing very well, but they're still really shitty. Why? They've been around a long time. A lot longer than America. That's not funny. What are you doing? They've been, and they still are just so, they can't control their drugs and they're criminals. What's up, guys? I mean, how much of this do you want to put up with? So there comes a time when you got to say, I'm sorry. The pity valve is off. You've had thousands of years. You screwed it up. You blew it. You had your chance and you did other things with it. So I don't know. I don't get. I mean, if you look, and plus you look at the clothes on these people, they don't exactly look like they're not doing well. I mean, a lot of them have these really fancy haircuts, the buzz on the side with maybe a pattern in it. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe down there, that's like the only thing, if you can afford one thing, it's a haircut. Make sure you get that. And a soccer shirt. You gotta have the soccer shirt, man. They always have that, don't they? Okay. So whatever. But, my opinion is just whatever has made your country and people so toxic and dysfunctional and unable to become civilized and get with the program about running a country responsibly, we don't want that here. Okay? Go back. We don't want that here. We don't want those ideas even coming in here. I speak for myself, but I think there's a lot of people who feel that way. They're like, I don't want that shit. So, hey, don't fuck with me. I know I make a good point there. Let's see. All right, I'm done with my ranting. Quickly. Jesus, what are we doing here? This is a real show. I need to start putting commercials in here. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. Of course, I start doing that. That's when they pull the channel, right? Oh, commercials. Oh, my God, he's conservative. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, it's just common sense. Well, I don't like that either. Pull it out. Get rid of him. He might be influencing people to do some smart things or think for themselves or something. We can't have that. It's just so sad, isn't it? Hey, my God. Hey, Kevin. So, couple of things I've noticed here. off news. Some software issues. AVG. Does anybody use AVG for their virus protection? I use it. It's great. I love it. I've had it for years. But it's interesting, these companies, and they're not the only one to do it. You'll restart your computer or do an update or something, and then you come back, and they've got a window up as your computer restarts, and it says, hey, this was all updated. And then there's a little button down there that says, okay, close. Like you're saying, okay, it was updated. There's okay, close. And then if you look closer, you go, wait, huh? What's this? And you see two tiny little lines of text with little check marks next to them. So that, in other words, they put them there by default. If you would have just hit close, it would have changed the configuration of their computer. What they wanted to do, they wanted to change my Google Chrome browser to AVG's own browser. Fuck that. I don't want that shit. But it was all set up. If I hadn't seen that, I would have kept those boxes checked. That's sneaky shit, and that they shouldn't be doing that. They should flat out make it big and do you want this? And then you can check your own box. Don't be pulling that shit. Another thing I've noticed. What was this about? You ever notice Apple? Sometimes they're like a little bit too ridiculous about their passwords. Like you're on your iPad or something. You're buying something on iTunes store. They're like, you know what? Re-enter your password for us again, will you please? Well, I don't fucking remember what it is right now. What, you can't scan the device? You don't know it's this device? Stupid. Not so advanced, are you, Apple, huh? Oh, well, we just do that, you know. Another thing, my phone, my cell phone, it's T-Mobile. T-Mobile. And they've been a good company. I switched with them probably like, I don't know, what, 4 years ago, I think? 4 years ago? Because I was with Verizon for a long time. And it was right at about that time when people were using more and more bandwidth, watching, you know, Netflix and a lot of YouTube and stuff on their phones. And Verizon was charging full rate on your bandwidth. They're like, oh, you went over. I'm like, how did I go over? I mean, and believe me, I hardly use my phone for anything. I'm not kidding you. I hardly. So I'm thinking, I went over? I mean, I can see some of these kids, you know, watching these. I don't. So I'm thinking, I went over? So they were just so fucking stingy with the shit, you know? And I was like, I got to pay another $19. And their price was outrageous. So I went and investigated T-Mobile, and they offered, hey, yeah, we let you stream for free. You can, as long as it's Netflix. And I was like, sign me up. So I signed up. So I've been happy with them. But here's the problem with T-Mobile. This past year, that where I went to sign into their app on my phone, their app, to pay my bill. I'll do it every month. But several times, like 3 times it's happened. They'll say, you know, your password is a little old. Let's update it. Would you update it for us? I'm going, I don't want to update it because I remember it, and no, you need to update it. So no one else does it. So I called up and I asked them, and I was like, what are you fucking doing? You know, I didn't say it. I just said, what are you doing? Why? They go, oh, of course, you know, you can't blame the person who gets the call. They just work there. And I'm always careful to say that, even if I get upset, you know, I'm like, you know, I said, your company, this fucking this and this, I'm not talking to you. I said, I know you just work there. I said, but this is not right. And, you know, eventually they're on my side and they're going, oh, you're right. I didn't know. So I always make sure that they know you're not yelling at them. Always, because they're just sitting there working a 9-to-5 job answering the phone. Just make sure you specify this is to your company. Your stupid fucking company. That's what it's to. Not you. I'm not yelling at you. But, you know, just stupid. I don't want to keep renewing my password. And you got to keep renewing, you know, you got to remember another one. I don't want to remember another one. I'm done. All right. Is that it? We got one more? Oh, of course. The Snow White kiss. Did you hear about this? In fact, it was on the Ellen show, right? What's her name? I forget her name. Some dumb acting bitch. Another one, you know, she's out there going, this is wrong. You know, kissing someone, Snow White. He kisses her while she's asleep. That's just not right. Yeah. Really? They're going to go after a cartoon that was, it was written in the 1800s, I think. Cartoons from the 30s, I think it was, 30s, 40s. And it's a fairy tale? She's worried because she's worried about her children. Well, I don't want my children, kissing someone who's asleep. Well, hey, if we're going to turn into, whatever a bunch of, Mormon? No, they're we're going to turn a bunch of monks? We can't, hey, if you want to start, promoting better moral behavior in our society, I'm all for that. Because what we have right now is like a bunch of fucking horny dogs running around. Fucking assholes. And so that's fine with me, but, make sure that if you come down hard on this one, you got to come down hard on that one, too. So from what she said there about kissing is, so, which is good. I'm glad, because I guess that means that all rap is out of the question now. We can get rid of that shit. And dancing, well, that's just a little bit too suggestive, isn't it? We better ban that shit right now. Hollywood. And she probably got in her limousine and went home. So she didn't have to look at you or see all the needles and feces and shit and shanty towns set up all over the her windows are so tinted she probably didn't see any of it. They got blinders on, these people. So get involved, people. We got to set them straight because no one else is going to do it. Anyway, one last thing. There was a competition. I guess it was a bike competition, a bike race. And it was a woman's competition. You know where I'm going yet? No. It's a woman's bike racing competition. And a transgender male gets involved. There you go. And wins. So people are going, hold the fucking phone here. He used to be a guy. Well, so he's transgender now. Yeah, but he's got like muscles and shit. I mean, what are they doing? You can't mix shit like, oh, let's have dogs compete with cats at jumping. I mean, you're talking about two totally different situations. Of course, their argument is, well, she's transgender now. She's been taking the estrogen now. Oh, well, that's fine. I wonder how much muscle tone she fucking retained. This is dumb. This is stupid. You want a transgender? You want to fucking compete in shit? Then fine. Have a separate transgender competition of your own. I'm transgender, are you? Yes, I am. Oh, let's compete. Fine. That's how you do it. You don't fucking get in and go, I used to be a guy, but I'm going to compete with these women. You can't. What are you, fucking kidding me? This society's you're fucking nuts. And they're trying, of course, right. Still, they'll make these people all inclusive. We want to include them. How about a conservative comedian? Can I come in? No, you fucking down. You fucking. Yeah. It's all good as long as it's who they want in. If it's not, then they use that word, we want to be together. We want to be inclusive. Oh, but not you. Or you. And not you. Is that dumb or what? Probably the problem is probably well, I'm transgender. I can't find any more transgenders to compete with, so I'm not going to be able to compete. That's the breaks. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Just fucking cater to everybody and then put the other contestants at a lower level they're not going to be able to compete with? This is dumb. Again, common sense. Oh, duh. That was crazy. All right, I'm getting a little crazy here. I got to wrap this up. That's it. It's over, folks. I'm getting the hell out of here. It's Saturday. Get me out of here. So, thanks for watching. If you did, if you didn't, you'll watch it later. You'll see it. Longest show I've done so far, live. And now I have to go edit it and chop it up and try to put some shit out there that people actually watch. People always say, they're like, hey, you need to make your show short. Nobody's going to watch an hour. It's like, what? Usually it's like 40 minutes. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Nobody's going to watch it. What, Joe Rogan, he goes, well, yeah, I guess that's true. There's a lot of shows that are an hour. I mean, if it's your interest, you'll sit and, you'll listen. I try to engage, don't I? Talk to you. Like when I was talking to Alec Baldwin, remember? I said, hey, Alec, remember? Asshole. Hey. All right, folks. Listen, thanks a lot, though. Thanks for watching, and subscribe below. Like I said, we're not advertising right now, so you're just going to have to trickle in whenever you can. Hopefully, we'll start picking up some viewers. And thanks a lot. So we'll see you next week. All right? Good. So long, suckers.